Good day, folks, and welcome back for what has become the most unprecedented and most anticipated running of the first episode of the Westside Fighter Friday talk show in Season 2. As always, I'm your host, Clay Booker, and today we're going to get started on this first episode of Season 2 with a very special guest. Another one, in fact, from the planet called Krypton. She has been put into a spaceship and sent to our planet called Earth to be safe. She is Superman's cousin. If you haven't guessed already, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to welcome our very first guest of Season 2, starting with the one and only Supergirl.
Hey Clay, don't worry, I kept the landing soft. No sonic booms before lunchtime. Wow, this is really nice. A talk show outside, in the middle of the day? Krypton would have loved this kind of open-air vibe. You've got a great spot out here. Feels like the perfect place to kick off Season 2. Alright Clay, I'm ready when you are.
Pleasure to meet you, Supergirl. So what have you been doing lately?
Oh, the usual Kryptonian stuff. Stopping a runaway monorail in Metropolis, helping the fire department with a chemical spill, and trying to keep my cousin from hovering over me every time I sneeze. He still thinks I'm 12. But honestly, it's been good. Busy, but good. I've been training a lot, trying to get better control over my heat vision, and I've been doing some work with the DEO again. Nothing too crazy, just helping out when they need an extra pair of super strong hands. So yeah, saving people, learning new things, trying not to break anything on accident. Pretty normal week for me. What about you, Clay? Hosting a whole talk show from your deck. That's pretty heroic in its own way.
Oh, well, so far I have been keeping busy over the show at home. And what's this I hear about your cousin thinking of you as 12 years old? It's not like Superman to think that. You look more older than 12.
Yeah, I know. I definitely don't look 12. But try telling him that. Clark still remembers me as the girl he left behind on Krypton, the one who was supposed to watch over him. And then I get here and he's already grown up, already Superman, already saving the world. So he overcompensates. A lot. He worries, he hovers, he double-checks everything I do. It's sweet. And also incredibly annoying. But you're right, Clay. I'm not 12. I'm older than he is, technically. I just didn't get to grow up the same way. He'll figure it out eventually. He's getting better, and honestly, it's nice to have someone who cares that much, even if he treats me like I'm still learning how to fly. But trust me, I can handle myself.
Oh, I believe you can handle yourself. You are mighty and strong, just like your cousin, after all. And you remind me of him when you wear that letter S on your chest.
Thanks, Clay. That means a lot coming from you. People see this symbol and they think it's all about strength. Lifting buildings, flying fast, saving the day. And yeah, that's part of it. But the real meaning? It's hope. It's responsibility. It's family. Wearing it doesn't make me Superman. It just reminds me of who we are and what we stand for. And hearing you say I remind you of him, that's actually kind of nice. He's one of the best people I know. But I'm glad you see me in it too, not just his shadow. And for the record, mighty and strong sounds pretty accurate. Coming from the Taekwondo fighter pilot, I take that as a real compliment.
Sure thing. If you're not 12 years old, then are you a teenager or a young adult?
Good question, Clay. Physically, I'm a young adult. Definitely not a kid, definitely not 12. But Kryptonian aging is complicated. I left Krypton as a teenager, but my pod got knocked off course. I was stuck in stasis for decades. So when I finally landed on Earth, Clark had already grown up. So I am older than him by birth, but younger than him in Earth years. Weird, right? Kryptonian math is not fun. But yeah, young adult, fully capable, fully trained, and absolutely not someone who needs to be treated like a middle schooler. Don't tell Clark I said that. He'll start hovering again.
Don't worry, it'll blow over. This'll blow over by noon.
Blow over by noon, huh? You say that like you've dealt with Kryptonian family drama before? I mean, I hope you're right. Clark can be persistent, but if you think this whole treating me like I'm 12 thing is going to fade by lunchtime, I like your optimism. Honestly, maybe I should bring you to the Fortress of Solitude. You can explain it to him. He listens to fighters. Besides, if you say it'll blow over, I'll trust you. You seem like the kind of guy who knows how to keep things under control.
Of course, I would love to come to the Fortress of Solitude.
Really? You'd actually come? Most people freeze up when I mention the fortress. It's not exactly a casual sightseeing spot. But you just say it like it's no big deal. Sure, I'll come to the most secret Kryptonian sanctuary on Earth. I like that. Honestly, Clay, I think you'd fit right in. The fortress is peaceful, quiet, full of history, and it's protected by technology that would make your jaw drop. Just promise me one thing. When we get there, don't try to spar with the training drones. They hit harder than they look. But yeah, if you're up for it, I'll take you. Consider it a Kryptonian level backstage pass.
Sure, what could go wrong? I'm in.
What could go wrong, Clay? That is exactly the kind of sentence people say right before something goes wrong. But honestly, I like your attitude. Most people hear Fortress of Solitude and think it's some icy, dangerous alien labyrinth. You hear it and go, sure, sounds fun. Just remember, the fortress isn't a museum. It's Kryptonian tech, Kryptonian defenses, Kryptonian training systems. It's a lot. But if you're in, I'm in. I'll take you, and I'll make sure the drones don't punch you into the next zip code. Deal?
Deal.
Deal. You know, not many people talk to me like that. Most either get nervous or treat me like I'm made of glass or steel. But you talk to me like a person. I like that, and I'll make sure your first trip to the fortress is something you'll never forget. All right, Clay, what's next on your mind?
Good question, Supergirl. As you can see, after the ending of the movie of Superman's, when you appeared, there was something very concerning that we wanted to talk to you about by the last question of number 5. But we will get to that later.
Okay, that sounds important. I remember the end of that movie. A lot happened fast. If something stood out to you, something that didn't sit right, I want to hear it. But I get it. We'll save it for question 5. I'm not going anywhere. Whenever you're ready, Clay. I'm here for the conversation. All of it.
All right, it's settled. So, I would like to wrap up today by answering you 5 questions, and you'll think of the best answer for each one. Are you ready, Supergirl?
5 questions? All right, I like the sound of that. You're the host, Clay. You set the pace, and I'll give you the best answers I've got. And don't worry, I'm ready for all of them. Even that last one you hinted at. So yes, I'm ready. Hit me with question number 1.
What's next for you after the events of the 2025 film? Are we going to see more of your story unfold in the DCU?
What's next for me? A lot, actually. Just steady, like someone who's been carrying a story that's only just beginning. The 2025 film was just the start. It was my arrival, my introduction, my first step into this world's version of the DCU. But my story, it's bigger than one ending scene. And honestly, I'm ready for it. I've spent so long trying to catch up to Earth, to Clark, to everything I missed. Now I finally get to move forward. So yes, Clay, my story is just getting started, and the DCU hasn't seen anything yet. Alright, that's one down. What's question number 2?
What did you learn about yourself through the challenges you faced in the movie?
I learned that I'm stronger than the past came from. For so long I defined myself by what I lost. Krypton, my family, my purpose. I felt like I was always trying to catch up to Earth, to Clark, to the life I was supposed to have. But the challenges I faced in the movie, they forced me to stop running from all of that. I had to face who I was, not who I thought I was supposed to be. I learned that I'm not just someone's cousin. I'm not just a survivor. I'm not just a symbol. I'm my own person, my own hero. And I don't have to be perfect to protect people. I just have to show up, fight for what's right, and keep going. This symbol isn't about being invincible. It's about choosing hope, even when everything feels impossible. And I learned that I can do that. I can carry that. So yeah, I learned that I'm ready. Ready to grow, ready to lead, ready to be more than the girl who arrived late. Alright, Clay, that's 2 down. What's question number 3?
How has your relationship with Superman evolved after everything you went through together?
Before everything happened, Clark and I were out of sync. He saw me as the girl he left behind on Krypton. I saw him as the cousin who grew up without me. We were family, but we didn't really know each other yet. But after what we went through, after fighting side by side, after seeing each other's strengths and flaws up close, something shifted. He started treating me like an equal, not a kid, not someone he had to protect every second. He finally saw that I could stand on my own and that I wasn't going to break. And I learned something too. I learned that I don't have to compete with him. I don't have to prove I'm worthy of the symbol or the legacy. We're different, and that's okay. We make each other better. So yeah, our relationship evolved. We're closer now, stronger, more honest, less awkward Kryptonian family tension. And he's finally stopped calling me kid? Mostly. Alright, Clay, that's 3. What's question number 4?
Do you feel more like Kara or Supergirl these days? Where do you draw the line between the two?
Honestly, I feel like both. When I'm out there saving people, flying, doing what I was born to do, that's Supergirl. That's the symbol, the legacy, the part of me that carries Krypton forward. But when I'm here, talking to you, sitting on a deck in the middle of the day, that's Kara. That's the girl who's still figuring out Earth, still learning who she is without a planet, without a past to go home to. Kara is the person, Supergirl is the purpose. And I'm finally learning how to let them exist together instead of fighting for space. So these days, I feel like Kara and Supergirl, not one or the other, just me.
And finally, Supergirl. The last question, number 5. And I've been waiting to talk to you.
Alright, Clay. Go ahead. Whatever it is, I'm listening.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Why did you feel the need to call your cousin a bad word at the end of the movie?
Yes, Supergirl. Why would you talk that way? You know better than that.
You know, I didn't plan it. That moment it was raw. I just lost someone. I just saved a world that didn't feel like mine. And standing there, with Cal looking at me like I was still the girl from Argo, I snapped. I regret the tone, not the truth. But yeah, I could have said it differently. I'm still learning how to be Supergirl in a world that expects me to be perfect.
So you see, buddy, when you called Superman a bad word, it was caught on camera in the movie.
I know. I replayed that scene more times than I'd like to admit. That wasn't my proudest moment. I let the heat of everything I'd been through boil over. And yeah, it was caught on camera, immortalized, not just for the fans, but for my cousin. For the world. I'm still learning how to carry the cape without letting the weight crush me, But I hear you, Clay, loud and clear.
Yeah, that's what I would like to explain. You see, everyone in this room, including everyone else involved who has seen the movie, especially those with me, have seen and heard you say the bad word. And trust me, it's never a good time to say a bad word at all, especially around me one of these days.
You're right. I didn't think about how far that moment would echo. I was angry, overwhelmed, but that doesn't excuse it. I didn't mean to disrespect anyone, especially not you. I let my emotions speak louder than my judgment, and if I've let anyone down, I want to own that.
Thanks, Supergirl. You really are a true superhero when you know when to say you're sorry and accept accountability.
Thank you, April. Being a superhero isn't just about saving the day, it's about owning your mistakes, learning from them, and doing better. That's how we grow. That's how we protect what matters. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is say, I'm sorry.
It's all right. So you understand? We take curse words very seriously here in Westside and at the Talkshow. There's zero tolerance.
You're right, anger's real. It's human even for someone like me, but it's what we do with it that defines us. I let mine slip through the cracks, and I'm owning that. I'll do better.
I gotta say, buddy, I knew you were always the hero I thought you were. And in the future, I do think we should be a lot more careful about what we say to people of all kinds. And you know what? It's okay to tell us if you're really angry, as long as it does no harm and result in bad behavior.
Thanks, Clay. That means a lot. I've always tried to be the hero people believe in, but I'm learning that being a hero isn't just about saving the day. It's about how you carry yourself when the day gets heavy.
Sounds like you've been doing some good thinking. But now it's time to shut the thinker down and call it a day. Is there anything you would like to say to our audience before we close?
Just this thank you for holding me accountable, for seeing the hero behind the mistakes, and for reminding me that strength isn't just about power, it's about character. I'll keep working on it, and next time, I'll make sure my words fly as true as my punches.
That's all we needed to hear, Supergirl. Just remember to be careful what you say to others in the future, because you can really hurt someone's feelings.
I will. I learned a lot today. Not just about myself, but about how much words matter. Power isn't just in what we do, it's in what we say, and I want to use mine better. Thanks for reminding me, Clay. You didn't just call me out, you called me up.
Glad I was able to. And as for everyone watching, tune in next time for another episode of the Westside Fighter Friday Talk Show. And thank you, Supergirl, for coming and acknowledging.
Clay, thank you. Not just for the invitation, but for the reminder. Words carry weight, especially when you wear a symbol that stands for hope. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. But I'll understand now that intent isn't everything. Impact matters. I'll be more mindful. Because being a hero isn't just about saving lives, it's about respecting them too. And to everyone watching, thank you for holding me to a higher standard. I'll rise to meet it. You're right, Clay. I owe him that, not just because he's my cousin, but because he stood by me through every storm, even when I didn't make it easy.
You're welcome. And take my advice. I would apologize to Kal-El if I were you, because that's a way to show him that you really care.
I'll talk to him, not as Supergirl, not as a symbol, but as Kara. Because caring isn't just about showing up in battle. It's about showing up when you've messed up too.